Hi everybody, it's Faye, and I was asked by one of my subscribers, her name is Moon Maiden, if I would do another tea leaf reading from the cup, and I thought why not. I haven't done it for a little while. I was also thinking for future videos and maybe do some of the rune stones. Don't know if anybody would be interested in them. This is, I purchased these ones, they're rose quartz many years ago, so we'll look at that later. But first of all, I'd like to see, I mean, those that have watched my tea leaf readings know exactly what it is that I do. I would have my tea, sip it, put my intention into the cup. Remember, when you're swirling your cup, you're doing it anti-clockwise, okay? But you will read it clockwise. And this is your baseline, this is you. This is just a reading for it's just a general reading, okay? It maybe come up with things for me because it's myself that is putting the energy into the cup. So let's get started. I'm starting here at my baseline. It would seem that here, up here, the top of your cup is your kind of your kind of immediate future. The next 14 days, say 14 days. Further down the cup, you're going into weeks away, and you would normally look at things in for like 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, can even be up to 3 years the further down the cup that you go. So let's see what we have here. This is, as you can see here, we have something right on the line between the eye and the clover sign. I see the clover sign. I can't even remember what I would call that. I'd already looked at the cup and I had written down things that I felt that was coming through for me. So this is like the ace of clubs. So it's kind of practicality. It's watching out for things that are going to be kind of practical coming into your life. What did I write for this? I wrote that practical matters, financial improvements, even gifts. They'll be really significant in the next few weeks coming up. When you have the eye, it's a protection symbol. So these gifts could just be, maybe you've been going through a really hard time and all of a sudden you feel that, well, things are starting to get better. You are being protected. When we have all this here on the bell, I mean, that is like knotted things here. I think you've been feeling quite, I mean, right up here in the lip, this is like things it's been coming in, okay? I hope I'm right now. Things that you're bringing in with you, this kind of knotted feeling, maybe emotionally feeling quite strained at the moment, okay? Because the bell, you know, it's like, when this is on the bell, this is normally when good news is coming in. Something you may be hearing about a christening or a wedding or something. But when I see it all clustered like that on it, it's almost like you're feeling quite unsure about something that is going to be divulged to you. Maybe a celebration of some kind, and you're not quite sure how you want to take this. This is going to sound really strange, but I'm wondering if you're going to hear about an ex-partner getting engaged or married, and it's a mixed feeling that you've got about that. We've got the Ace of Swords here as well, and you might be hearing of something like some kind of legal matter coming in for you. You might have to sign papers, a signing of some kind of legal documentation, or you could be hearing of some kind of legal issue that is maybe around you or your family. It's going to be significant. And I also feel anything that's legal, it could have quite an effect on the family life, this legal issue. Good, we don't have anything in the suspicious person. It looks like though this could be a time of luck coming in, because they have quite a lot up here with the Ace of Diamonds, and there's a little bit going in here at the horseshoe. You could be even finding maybe some money around the house, or finding money in the street that you weren't expecting. You know, when you go into, like, you find an old handbag, or you find a jacket you haven't worn, you maybe come across something quite lucky, or even a piece of jewellery that you've mislaid, you may actually start to find it at this time. I'm looking at here with the heart as well. There's quite a lot here in the heart, and I think you're emotionally, maybe things within your relationship is getting better, or somebody new is coming in for you. This can also mean that it's a time that you're going to really be looking at doing things around the home. This is where your heart should be, and this should be a time where you are going to maybe invest in something for the home, looking to renovate or redo things within the home. Further along here with the cat, it's looking that you should just throw caution to the wind. I think before you've been quite cautious about doing things. It's being adventurous. I think this is going to be an adventurous time for some of you that's listening to this. It's time to maybe follow your heart, because we have this here between the two. Follow your heart and do what you think you would like to do. Up until this point, I think you've been doing things for other people and really putting aside what your needs. A celebratory time. You could be getting hearing of a party, getting an invitation to some celebration. Could be a wedding, a birthday party, anniversary. And see, when I see this here, I hate to be a downer. See when you see this here and this little kind of straight line going across here, almost like there's like a little person. Be wary at this party that there isn't any trouble. I don't know if you can see that with this camera. Be wary at this party that something doesn't kick off, because sometimes when you see these little lines that can be regarded as people, and it's horizontal, so be careful that something doesn't ensue at this party, this celebration, that some trouble could come out. But when we move along a bit, we've got tiny little dots here, a little bit of luck. I mean, I think your spirits are rising at the moment. I think you're starting to feel a bit better within yourself. What else did I write for this? Let me see. I had already went over what I felt. When I look here as well, when I say you're throwing caution to the wind, I'm also telling you to be cautious as well, because I think if you're just too over the top with what it is that you want to do, it could be a downfall in some way. Be careful of those around you. And that takes us through to this. Now let me have a look. I think something positive's really going to be coming in for you as well, though, in the next few months. Something positive's coming in. I'm trying to see if I can see anything significant. This up here is really concerning me, because I feel that there's something is going to be unveiled. When I see this, when I see that, something, you're going to hear of something, and it's normally, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be bad or good. But I think in this instance, you're going to maybe hear some gossip that is going to tangle you up. It's maybe going to confuse you. Because this is what I feel when I look at that. It almost looks like a little person upside down running. Look at that. I'm going to hold this. I don't want to get on my... Can you see this? It's like a little person running. And I don't know whether you're going to hear something that's going to make you just feel like running away. When I say this, it's like a little person running. It could even be somebody dancing, right enough. When you... Again, we were talking about getting a message that you're going to be getting an invite to a party. It could be just you having a good time. The rest of the little patterns here, let's have a look to see if we can actually see any symbol. I want to see if we can see any kind of numbers, or am I still in scope? Numbers or letters. You've got a lot round about the sun, so I think this is going to be, there's a good time coming up for whoever it is that's listening to this. I would think that you're definitely going to be getting a break of some kind. I wonder if a project you're working on is going to start to pay off for you. I would say as well, I mean, I keep saying this, and when you, even though that it's came up that you need to be cautious, you really need to go for what it is that you want. I think you've been really holding back on something for fear of almost rocking the boat. But these leaves are telling you that you need to go for it. You need to just make a move on something. We've got kind of Venus here as well, and Mercury. You're going to be having a lot of conversations. There's going to be a lot of conversations around coming up for you, and I don't know whether it's to do with a change in your work life, a change in your home life, because there's a lot of communication going on. A lot of communication. Let me just have a look. When we look here, I mean, we've got Jupiter here, and there's a lot of activity in the Jupiter sign as well, which can be kind of heartwarming expressions as well. I mean, we did have the heart up here, and there was a lot in the heart, wasn't there? Let me have, yeah. I think you're definitely going to be, meeting up with somebody that, and what if it's somebody that you already know, that you never seen as being that romantic way, but I think you're going to change your mind on that. Let me have another look. Creative time for everybody. You're going to feel really creative, because here we have it in Venus, where there's love, and you could be looking for it to have a makeover. I'm wondering as well, when I see the heart, and I'm seeing I'm also thinking that you need to be careful that there's not somebody trying to mess with your relationship, guys. I don't know why I think that. I just feel that there could be somebody trying to mess with your relationship at this time. I think you need to be quite assertive. There's going to be somebody coming in. Just when I keep seeing this, I think you need to assert yourself. There's going to be a time where you're just going to, you maybe want to bite your tongue, but I think you're going to have to assert your position in a relationship, or somebody's going to try and push you out. Please have a look yourself and let me, tell me what you see in this. There's there's still a lot of little patterns at the bottom here. I still do feel that there's going to be a lot of people coming around you, and they're coming up months, definitely. I also feel like somebody's you're having to write a signature. I feel you're signing papers, or you're having to sign something. I feel like this bit here reminds me of a signature. Like when you just kind of, it's almost like it's your mark, if you like. I always think when you do your signature, it's not as clear as when you print. You're going to be writing your signature on something. Let me see. A lot of movement in this. I think a time where when you see it, when you see this cup, this half is quite bare, and this half has got a lot going on. I think there's a lot of movement. You've came from a time where there's not been a lot happening. You felt really quite stuck. And it's all going to change. There's going to be a lot of movement coming in. You can see it. It's almost like it's half right down a cup. It started very gradually, and now it's going into it's almost like when you see it, all this spattering, that it's going to become very quick moving and a lot happening at the one time. And I think it's within the next few years. You do things in threes, so it could be 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years. So for whoever's listening to us. Well, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I don't want to do this for too long, because it can become quite overwhelming. A lot of information can come out, and it is general. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Please I'm going to hold it still to see if that you can see it. You can see anything that you feel is significant in the cup. I mean, there is a lot of different information going on here. There's a lot of movement. That's the most significant thing that I can see. I wonder if those that are watching see this little, what I think looks like a little person. I wonder if you see it as anything else. Either running or dancing. There's something, the limbs are going all over the place. But it's definitely a head there. There's a head, a body, 2 legs, an arm. And this, I don't know if this wee arm looks like it's tucked in at the side and this wee arm's out. But that's the most significant thing. An M, there's an M. And this is right at the lip. So I'm wondering if somebody with the letter M is going to be really significant within the next few days. For some of you. I could go on all day with this, but I'm going to leave it here. You're going to be signing something. There's a lot of signatures going on here. Signing. I'm wondering if you're going to sign a lease on something. A car, a shop, an office, a flat, a condo, whatever it is you want to call it, whatever you stay. I think there's some kind of signing getting done. Right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that the person, I think it was Moon Maiden, I hope you enjoyed that, Moon Maiden. I definitely had taken on board that you asked for this, so I hope you enjoyed it. I want to thank everybody who's already subscribed to my channel, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do. Please give us a thumbs up, because it really helps my channel, and I hope to get more. I know I do a lot of readings of all sorts, but I want to start with these. I've never really taken this on, never taken the rune stones onto my channel, but I think I will do, because I think there's some people that like things a bit different. I might start using my rune stones along with my card readings. We shall see. Oh, here we have a visitor again. Oscar's always got to show his face, hasn't he? Right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed that. Please give it a thumbs up. Please leave me comments if anything does feel familiar or you can resonate with any of it. If you see anything in the cup yourself, if you get a gut feeling about something, please leave a message and let me know, because I really do appreciate it. And I hope to speak to everybody later. As I said, please subscribe, because I really need as many of you on board as possible. And speak to everybody later. Bye bye.